duels to shut them down. Very important match for them. They have to do the best they've ever done. We'll see if they can do it now against the Blue Wall.
For KCorp, history on the line, and for Dignitas, just trying to pull themselves away from the rest of the pack towards the Raleigh Major. I'm joined by Shogun here for Game 1, brought to you by Progressive, and they are absolutely up against it.
Oh, they certainly are, but the Rocket League players are greedy. You turn around and go, oh, hey, you want to be top 4? They go, yeah, you know what, I'll be top 4. But what if I was top 2? Okay, but what if I was the best team in the region? Well, what ifs are something. You've got to go and do it. And after a bit of a loopy kickoff play, we've got ourselves our first goal.
Yeah, very non-standard, I think, on that one too. And it's also
the double fake.
Atto going straight ahead and putting himself into the position for bumps. That is what was devastating against GK. There was exterminator medals being handed out, and he was so hard to try and work past. His off-ball play was sublime. And then you look at the on-ball play that he was put forward as well. Did an incredible job. And KCorp are a little bit of a different beast compared to Vitality, is what Dignitas are finding out.
Well, we're trying to hype this up, and KC aren't going to give us the time for it. 14 seconds, 2 goals. It's, yeah, quite the perfect start here for the Blue Wall. You do find it quite weird, actually, that we have had, this is our 5th event, we've also had a major championship. These two teams have not played since February. So, Dignitas coming into this going, well, many things have changed. And KC just sort of pat them on the shoulder, no, they're not.
Yeah, I mean, the last 3 times these teams have faced actually was in every single one of the opens leading up to Birmingham. And it was a 4-1, a 3-1, and a 4-0. So Dignitas unable to win more than one game so far against KCorp. But as you say, it's a different kind of vibe. It could be a little bit of a change, trying to take that needed snapshot. And Stizzy has got the wherewithal to save it away. And Jack, we saw him offensively in that previous series, but Nicole said the save of a career. The defense that he was putting up was sublime.
He's going to need more of it. Zato's kind of helped them out there, actually. Good save from him. Tira onto the ceiling. It's open. It's 3-0. You are watching a masterclass.
I mean, this is the team that was better than Vitality in every single aspect of the game. And now suddenly they come up against KCorp. And I think Vitality were described as a team that are not first, and they're a team that are not third. They are the second team. And
I feel really bad if that sticks to them.
Yeah, I think it is now, mate. But I mean, KCorp, they are that number 1 team. They are not second, they are not third. They are number 1, and Dignitas is a little bit of a different pace compared to the opposition they were against previously.
And they mentioned how the one time that they looked past the team, they got beat. I think, but at this point in his career, Vatira has had enough warning signs that it can all just disappear. So he's got to keep his foot on the gas. He's not going to be thinking, oh, we've just won the 5th one. They're going to look towards getting another one. They're going to look for the Grand Slam, realistically. I mean, they've got one of the majors. They'll want Raleigh. They'll want Worlds. It is a team with the potential to do something that we just didn't think was possible in this esport. To be this level of consistent is unreal.
It's the kind of thing that, you know, you'd look back at the Dignitas of old, like well back in the day, with your Violent Pandas now coaching them, of course, with KDOT, with Turbo Pulsar, and you'd think that's the kind of thing that they would aim for. So now KCorp want.
They didn't have to play nearly as much.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah. If they were like brought forward, or you know, we put the current format back in that era, that's the kind of thing that they'd be looking at. They went unbeaten between the Season 5 and Season 6 Grand Finals. It was ridiculous. And KCorp wanted to do that with many, many more games in between. Halfway through this game, though, already 3-0 up, Charlie with a reset, and then going for the bump. Just about taps it past that final defender, secures the 4.
All right, so this one's done. Like we can kind of, at least with game 1, it's finished. So we're going to spend 2.5 minutes explaining just how great this team is. And I was saying it earlier on, how when you see a team playing like this, I feel like some people look at this and just go, oh, you know, the week to week maybe isn't quite what I was after. But no team has ever been dominant forever. Somebody will beat them. And just imagine what that is going to have to take.
And if you're a KCorp hater, look forward to that day. Like, my word, you've got that coming. That will happen. You know, the BDSs of the time, they were getting beaten. I mean, Monkeyman, obviously part of that, has been beaten since. He's become the GOAT on the way, but he has been beaten since. Same with any other roster you see coming over from like North America, or of course the KCorp roster. If you are a hater, that day will come. Today, however, does not look like it's going to be that day. This season may well not be that season even. It just means that you're going to have to keep watching this beautiful esport of ours until you can say that KCorp are not the #1 team in the world anymore. But Dignitas, they want to try and put forward a little bit of a better showing, I'm sure, in the upcoming games compared to this one. It's going to be another pass, another shot, down, not quite the fifth.
Yeah, right now, Dignitas don't exactly want to be the exhibition, the fodder to show off just how good KC are. As they get at least one hit. Good challenge there from Jorius. Need a couple of kickoffs, I think, to go their way to really make something of this game. But I think this is a difficult pass, especially when you play so close, like from Vitality into KC. As you mentioned earlier on, Stumpy, they were the faster team between themselves and Vitality. They were the ones in offense an awful lot. They're not going to do that in this series. And sometimes that little switch-up can be very difficult to play against, as now they go back on offense again, and that is a good touch from Materia just to kill the challenge. Oh, no!
Yeah.
No, save him, Jared! Oh, there we go!
Oh my gosh, almost a hero to zero. Doesn't have that own goal registered against him. 45 seconds now ticking down, and it's now just going to be damage control for Dignitas.
Yeah, the good thing is no real thoughts about a timeout. You already had it, to be honest. This one's been done for quite a while. As they got past the... You know what? We are actually in the realms of... They can.
They can. Yeah. No, you know what? Yeah, they can. That's actually a lovely little flip from Jack as well. Does take it down to the bottom left. Dignitas logo is going to be appearing in the goal. Those esports items are available all over the esports shop. 34 seconds for Tiro. Oh yeah, our blue and pink are beautiful colours. Oh, nice play from Jorius, finds Jack, goes middle. Now Steve's going to be up. Jorius actually has a chance to shoot, does go over with it. That's just going to be there to intercept, and Dignitas need to be picking up their ideas for the final 20.
Yeah, they got to find something. That's a good bounce actually for them. Jorius, ceiling, it drops, it's awkward, it's...
Hello?
What on earth is going on?
Okay, KCorp haters. Your day may well be here. I said it might not be this season.
Somebody
2 minutes later.
Ring up your friend that's the KCorp hater. Tell him, get back over here. Dignitas are making a fight of it.
Kickoff needs to go their way. Jack fakes it low. It's a good idea. Does take it high above Drali. Atto's going to be their next. Dizzy up with a good amount of boost as well. Atto immediately sets sights on a mission, destroy Jorius. Jack takes it towards that side wall, and Drali just goes for the shot. Easy peasy. In the end, it got a little bit squeaky, but it's a 5-3, an 8-goal thriller to start it off.
That's quite the way to start it. And is it a question of, did Dignitas level up, or did KC take their eye off the ball?
That'd be a lesson to all of you ranked warriors. Your teammates don't need to be getting all of the points in the world for you to be able to win. They can be doing off-ball plays, and it's okay. In game 2,
something. You're coping.
No, I'm not projecting.
You're never getting let off the hook for these performances.
I'm not projecting. I'm not. I am good at the game.
Oh, Drali backboard. Abjack already there. The good thing for Dignitas is that was such a weird one that you kind of can just put it to the back of your mind and just go next. Will be one that was all too taxing on them. Stizzy going stealing. Pre-jump. What? KC, I swear, they've been given like a forwarded version of what everyone's going to do this week. They've memorized it and just know where the pre-jumps are supposed to be, as Vatira will at least secure it.
Fake or whiff? Because Johnny gets that first one, and then does he get that second? He tries to get the skim. He did try and get the skim, didn't get the skim, and Vatira then has to finish it off. I don't think deliberate though, I think he just missed, but it worked out perfectly.
This is the thing that we were mentioning during the last series as well, is that KC have got that reputation now that everything they do is gold. So everyone respects, oh, Riley's going up for a sidewall double. He's probably going to. So if he gets it wrong, it also works.
And bear in mind as well, that's exactly what happened with teams that are facing off against BDS in the RLCS X and then 21-22 era. All these teams are thinking, well, BDS can do no wrong. And eventually, yes, they can. You just need to force them into doing a couple of those wrong things. You make them feel awkward, because as soon as you get these teams face, cool, you've lost. That's as simple as it is.
Well, for one match, was from their opponents just not caring what they were doing. No one's really been able to replicate that since then. 1-0, opening a few moments here. Napjack, a little bit of time, too much of it. Atto's coming through the goal. And that's not the best touch there from Jorius Stizzy. Pulled back into the play. And Napjack's going on the hunt. Oh, the shot's off target. I think Vatira would have had it. Oh, it's worked out though! Vatira had to jump early.
That is exactly what you want as well. It's Jack haranguing that back line. Vatira then, as you said, has to respect it. And Stizzy, I think he's going for the low block there if Vatira does make contact, so he can then pop out middle. And then I assume Jorius was somewhere nearby. Instead, he can just sneak it through. And Dignitas, they very much stay in this series as game 2 is a lot better than 1.
I think more than anything else, Stizzy wants this ball back on the ground. He was having so much success in that previous series. Just taking 50s, rolling the ball, proper 1v1 player styles. Can they get that back over to him? 2 minutes done. Raleigh back on the ball. He has been, well, pretty much guaranteed whenever he's on the ball recently. Good demo. Jack's off on the hunt again. And Charlie realizes it, goes early, puts the ball back over to Stizzy. Atto, can he get the follow-up? Oh, that was a dumb question, wasn't it? Of course he can.
Does then send it over towards Vatira, straight down. Chat with the in and out space, straight to Jorius on the way back. And he gets the blinder.
Oh my goodness! Here you go, have some of that! Apparently Jack did not care at all that the play was developing.
I mean, credit to Jorius too. Like, the fact that he's coming back on that and has to just about redirect it in like 0.2 seconds. Great play from Dig overall. Again, it's one of those chances, exactly what Drani benefited from earlier. It's like not necessarily intended, but cool, we get a goal out of it. Let's go.
I sat on Jorius' POV, and yes, he's on his way back, but he's not rushing for it. I think Jorius does a much better job these days of accepting the situation for what it is. And the situation there is, well, we're either conceding, or I might have the ball come to me. Yeah. There is no real in-between here, actually. As we go backboard, what a save, Napjack. He is everywhere. Now there's a demo. Which road side is the respawn? It's on the correct one. It's just not fast enough.
I mean, this is Dignitas now starting to play their own game. Jorius again from the blind spot. Comes in from the blue half. Gets that ball straight over towards Jack. 2 goals clear now, I think.
Does it sound familiar, Stumpy? A team finding success against KC, delaying the third-man rotation and getting the demos on the way back. It's been done before. It's the only style that has worked against this team.
I mean, it's also in game 2, which is where a lot of these teams end up faltering just that little bit. It's where there's that overconfidence that can maybe start to seep in. It's where also a game plan can form for the opponents. It just depends on whether these underdogs in Dignitas are going to be able to continue this game plan when KC learn from it.
Yeah, and the other part is you just reminded KC that demos do exist. And
Atto loved that. Yeah, there he goes.
He's always happy to have one back, isn't he? Drali tried to just kill the ball downwards. Stizzy reacts quickly. His reaction speed, you cannot question it. Well, the Vatira's got a bit of time. Jorius tries to meet him. Gets enough on it. Jack kills the ball off. KC are starting to swarm, but try as good as they got. Oh, no, a pre-jump from Atto.
Nice little turnaround. Drali now to the ceiling, to the backboard. Can't quite get that third touch. Game 1, he gets that. This time, though, he's being shut down. Vatira does get rid of that defensive backline, and Jack has to dive in. Jorius again with a demo.
They just keep looking for them. This is working a treat here for Dignitas. And the thing is, it's like, it allows you to be more proactive as well. How do you get behind the goal line? You send as first man challenge. You don't care if you get it or don't. You just land midfield and then do the rest of the work.
Final 20, and it's still 2 to bring back for KCorp. I think that's done a fantastic job of game management here. And Jack can also try and squeeze in the next. That ball playing straight into the half of Dignitas.
Yeah.
To the backboard, 2 are up. Atto's going to be there to meet it. Can't get down for the second one. Vatira has to dive in. And instead, Dignitas, game number 2, goes their way.
Oh, that wasn't yours, Jorius. That's... You owe Stizzy one, at least later on here, because that was definitely his. Wow. I mean, well done, Dignitas. What a response. And again, it's not like...
Nothing has to change for KCorp. They've got their game plan. They're not going to change anything. They might become a bit more aggressive. They might go for a couple more passing plays, a couple more aerial fakes, but it's all going to be just varying percentages of the exact same play that has won them so much so far. And Dignitas, they have found a game plan that so far is working, so they also need to stick to it.
There's only one question that really pops up at the moment. It's one for Dignitas to answer, actually, which is, KCR still pre-jumping an awful lot. Now, when you see a team doing that, you've got two options. You either let them do it, or you try and out-pre-jump them. For now, they've been happy just to let KC do their thing, although, yeah, time to go, Jack. You do not want to settle that one and let the demo come through.
I want to see what the aggression is like. And there's Jack and Johnny both taking each other out. Final 10. Boost in the tank, and Stizzy to the ceiling. Comes down with a bang.
Can you believe people turned around after our first event and said Stizzy is not all that?
We defended him. We did.
What?
Me and you did.
You gotta give them time. I tell you what, Casey needs to not give him time ever again. Do not give him that ball whatsoever.
Oh,
what has Stizzy been this week?
I mean, this is a different Dignitas, and it is a treat to watch. Stizzy now tries to go low over the top of Vatira. That's on the backboard, but no boost. So Jack is going to try and sweep round. Sees that Atto is awkward. Allows the 50 to come in, but Drali is going to be the next man to it. Jack now just waiting, lurking. What have you got, Drali? Because I have sensed Stizzy on your tail.
Yeah, Drali was threatening to sort of use that flip to push the ball backwards. That's the annoyance of when you're playing as Drali. He leaves options open. Here's Vatira, challenge. Oh! Operation Full Send is a resounding success.
Bang! Straight onto Vatira. That is popped up by Drali as well, deliberately into him. The 1 meter redirect has gone perfectly to plan. KCorp continue to rewrite the game.
Right, 2 goals, 2 absolute worldies. Now we go for the infield. That was the go-to earlier on for KC. Scout out a little bit better this time from Dignitas. Drali. Oh, what a fake out. I'll show that he did have the option. Here's Stizzy, though, off the backboard. Couldn't find the challenge that he was after. Jack's turn. Ratto just passed the ball beyond him. And yeah, Joris just needs to get there before Vatira. There's nothing really on there, apart from making sure that he can't counter.
And looking at the stats in this game, Jack has been so fast. He's outsped everybody on the pitch, the only player into the 60 km/h line on average. Stizzy is up to go up against Vatira. Top corner found, but Joris is lurking.
Yeah, Vatira just didn't quite find the purchase on the ball. It was a bit slower than he wanted. Positioning was great. Didn't have the extra sizzle on it. Drali, backboard. Joris goes for the squishy, finds it.
It's that Joris defense again. He was doing that in the previous series. Like his defense has been better than his offense. His offense has been world class. Like Joris has been absolutely wondrous.
Oh, another infield. Drali takes his time, and Stizzy holds his nerve. Drali sticking with it. He's on 0. Called out. Pops beyond him. Vatira holds his line in very well indeed. Jack realizes he's not actually getting challenged. It's the first good sign for a team that is against KC is they're not jumping in shadows. A lot of teams just assume that KC are on them. There's Joris, 30 boost. He would probably like Jack to go.
Oh, it's a big demo.
Boost. Atto, he's taking the ball up. Stizzy's respawned, and Jack gets the save.
That bolstered defense, as soon as Stizzy comes back in, it was opened up at the back. But Atto decides instead just to take his time. Didn't know the boost level of Jack. I think if he had shot, then that's probably a goal. But he has no idea what Jack is packing. Atto up high towards the ceiling. Chance to get one reset, instead taps it back down into the middle, and Stizzy can clear it away towards Joris.
I will say, if Atto truly comes online, we might see KC start to run away with it again, because he's still quiet, he's trying stuff, but it's not quite the success that he's found for the rest of the tournament. But, I mean, it's Atto. At any moment, that might just come online. Another demo, another save. I said earlier on, you've kind of reminded KC demos do exist. Jack's already loitering in the background, but he's not finding that success anymore.
so far we've seen Dignitas really take on that aggressive mantle. He's been shut down a little bit with it, but that's not to mean that he can't do it necessarily. It's just that it's maybe not beneficial to. Stizzy gets rid of that little pest of Drali as Vatira steals some boost away, and that sets KC up for this long play. Vatira very kindly gifts Stizzy just 33 boost. Unfortunately, he will remove him from the pitch in the process.
Yeah, give a one-hand take from the other. 30 seconds left. Jorius put a little bit more time than he did. The setup, not quite. Jack off the wall. Stizzy might have wanted to call that one for himself. Looks for the 50. Back and forth here. Both teams have had their own looks at this, but KC finding it easier of the two to get out of defense. And Atto, again, he's got some time. Takes the ball up. Jorius holding on the backboard. He needs to not jump. He's now back down. Goes fast line. Here comes Raleigh. It's just too much to ask.
Vatira has a chance here. He's going to let it drop. That's a very good decision as you're on the counter-attack. Overtime, game number 3. These teams drawn completely level. And honestly, playing such similar styles as well.
Raleigh backboard, gets the bump. Oh. What a call. Jorius realized he can't just leave that for his goalkeeper. It is total Rocket League at the moment. You have got to keep your eyes on a swivel. You look away for a second, you blink at the wrong time, the ball is past you, your car is gone, and you're stuck in no man's land waiting for another kickoff. Drali, what a catch.
Lovely catch. Manages to read Jack as well. Does beat 2, but unfortunately this Hydra does have a third head. And that third head is going to be sniping your top corner. It was a good play, but it was an aggressive play from Dignitas overall.
They saw the 3v2 numbers advantage. They knew Vatira was going to take a little bit of time to rotate back. It's not like KC have not been in that position all series long. The main thing was this time is Jack especially couldn't find anybody. They've been getting demos as their main way of escaping. This time, it didn't happen. You saw KC was able to hold on to it a little bit longer. It's Dizzy now, backboard. There's already some bumps over in the goal. Like half the game is being played off the ball at the moment. This is like half the story that we're really following. It's Dizzy, backboard. Oh, that's gone. Okay.
What is that touch?
A catapult came towards him and he just caught it with one hand.
That was like Superman catching a bullet with his face. And it just crumples against him. It's a lovely touch from Stizzy, but Vatira on that chance is a little bit stronger.
Vatira now back up. What a tournament he's had. Wants to cap it off with a victory. It must be said that of the two teams, I mean, it feels like Dignitas have to win this one to really push this the whole way. I mean, we've had times where we've seen KC lose, and we still don't think they were going to lose despite being 3-0 down in the series.
Touch from Atto, takes it onto the backboard as well for him. Only 8 boosts, he just has to wiggle his way around that ball awkwardly so someone comes to relieve him. Is he now up? Nobody challenging him until 2 come from the backboard. That has been a very small part of KC's game that is quite obviously wrong, are those double commits on defense. But so far, no team has really been able to take full advantage of it.
That's because everybody looks at them double commit and just go, oh wait, they just did that. They don't think that it's about to happen. Jorius goes backboard. Drali's already ready to meet him. And not only that, Drali's ready to get rid of the ball. Well, a couple more bumps and Atto got bumped to his own teammate.
Oh. He's got bloodlust. He doesn't care who gets in his way.
Stizzy has to go early. Actually, he's got something here. Just ran out of boost. Couldn't find a way to get back to the ball before the flip reset. Suddenly, Dignitas have had the better of this so far in this game. The thing is that we haven't seen them really break down an already set KC defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at the moment it just comes down to that one snapshot, and apparently Jack is going to be the man that pulls the trigger. Jorius just doesn't manage to get anything further than the backboard, and Atto sets up his opposition perfectly. Great shot from Jack. Stunning finish halfway through the game, near enough, and Dignitas with the lead.
Yeah, well onto them just to realize that you can't play it direct. You're not getting the outplay to put that straight in the net. So what else can you do? How do you find a teammate? Vatira can get that best first touch. There's Jack. Yeah, there's too many blue cars over on that side, so let's try and flip Fortunately, these cars move pretty quickly, so the blue wall's already met him. Stizzy goes early, had to get there first, wins it clean.
Good demo again from Atto. One touch central actually failed by Drali. He had the idea. And Atto's offensive prowess in the off-ball play we've been praising may well be coming in soon. That is a very much on-ball play. Jack has to tackle Drali. Vatira, shot on target. Atto now the last man back. Apparently Jack sends it into the corner. Does find Stizzy, but there goes the momentum.
Stizzy wanted the demo. I mean,
yeah.
He would have been calling just shoot middle, and I can go and find him. They've got the 1-0 lead though. Those mistakes, you can get away with a little bit more. KC, again, possession going their way ever since that goal went in. Just not quite having that execution just yet. Jack to Drali. Drali was out of boost, Vatira was looking for Jorius. KC just do not have the resources to make anything. Vatira, backboard. Can he find it? Oh, he's put it a little bit too high. And Atto, he jumped. Is anyone going to get back? No, they're not. Atto wanted. Vatira took. Neither get anything.
Oh, Atto had to boost straight back down to the ground, and Drali then thought, well, I'll cover the miss just in case. Suddenly, there's a Belgian there. Dignitas lead by 2. A minute away from drawing up the series.
And it's a rare game where KC do not look synchronized. There's been mistakes. Atto, backboard. Oh, this could be a rocket. And Jorius realizes.
Chance for Atto just to touch it back. Actually opts not to. Vatira's going to be there to move in. Charlie's central. No one's there to it till Vatira takes out Stizzy. But Jack now with a reset looks for the man, and Atto only has eyes for that ball.
I'd love it we could just get a POV of Jack for a little bit, because he might be the single most annoying player on this server. There's nothing he does that doesn't involve taking a pound of flesh on his way back out. Although he's been crushed on the challenge. Joris just can't put a foot wrong this weekend.
I mean, Jack's speed consistently has been number 1 or number 2 in the lobby. He has been everywhere on the pitch. He's adept everywhere on the pitch as well, so he has been making sure that he is spreading his talents exactly where they're needed. Atto takes one, Vatira takes the other. Drali goes central with it, but still, no goal operating for KCorp.
Yeah, they're going to try and bump, but Jorius avoided it and still gets the ball. 9 seconds, Stizzy kills the ball off, but didn't get a good second touch. Needs Jack to help, and Jack will happily provide 2 each in this series. Dignitas have leveled up, and KC have got a fight on their hands.
Not often do you see KCorp, but you'd expect it to just about dip below the crossbar. Here on Aquadome, both teams hoping that they swim and they do not sink. 2 apiece, 2 more to win the grand final of Open number 5.
I can't remember the last time I saw Dignitas use a standard kickoff. That one on the diagonal especially, they only ever use the cheating player to go for the ball. It has been very, very good. KC have had actually a couple of good reads on that. They like to play the ball just directly to the side boost and take the ball from there. It's been a bit of a game of chess. And the chess masters involved in this series, Violent Panda and Farah. They've had their own playing time against each other. Now they're against each other in a very different way. And both teams still have their timeouts, so still yet to see their full impact.
Yeah, interesting that they've both been saved. Normally you'd see it after 2. We say that pretty much every single time. But for some reason, both these coaches thinking, all right, this series is even enough. Let's wait until one team is really starting to run away with it. And that's a lot of demos coming in from Stizzy in particular. Nearly gets a dunk as well, but Drada can just put his body in the way.
Oh, a pitch in middle!
Stizzy's there!
Unbelievable pass!
Perfection! Just an absolutely ideal win from Jorius. Baits in one, brings in middle for Stizzy, who's already turning, knowing that 50 could well go his way. Dignitas a lead.
Oh, and this time they do actually go for a regular kickoff, and instead it's KC that tries something a little bit different. Stizzy on his way, off the wall. He's got the recovery, looks for Drali, and he found him, but not after Drali got something on the ball.
Just about managed to take it, then also gets a flick up high, but that one from Jack forces the ball up, makes the offending player make a decision. That's what you need to do as the first man. Jorius for 1. Down for that second. It is on target, but Jack in the midfield can make sure that he halts the ball from moving too much further into their half, and Stizzy going to bang it from his own backboard away again. Jorius is on clean-up duty right now, getting rid of every KC player that he sets his sights on.
Hey, if you want to tilt somebody, well, we all know how to do it. Jorius almost found the skim double tap, and again tries to find a bump. Well, you get no prizes for trying to figure out what Dignitas' strategy has been. But the best out there, you could know what they're doing. You can't do anything about it. KC trying to find some answers to exactly that. Here's Drali yet again, so often the talisman. Oh, what a fake out!
Final keeper, he only had eyes on Drali here. And in the end, oh sorry, it was on Atto who actually went flying for it. They had eyes on Atto there, then Drali can then tap it in the opposite side. Sorry, they're completely backwards. I was just as bamboozled as the Dignitas defense was.
Something very special when the players so... Oh, it's off the kickoff! And it's in! This is the first team we've seen consistently getting the better of these kickoffs over KC.
I mean, you see Jack go for a kickoff, and it's likely a good win. But that is a perfect win.
I mean, that's how you get back. Are we going to get another one? Oh, yeah. Jorius
just one.
Back just in time, but it's not rolled up the way you would like, so has to take a bit of a poorer 50 than initially anticipated. Good demo. In out goes Atto. Yeah, Stizzy took a second too long, and he's going to have to watch that one in.
I mean, trading games now in this series, just as they are in this game with goals. 2 apiece. It's halfway through the game, halfway through the series as well. You really would struggle to put more than a hair between these two teams. It is remarkably close.
We are talking individual performances now are making the difference between these teams. Who has got more of their 3-man roster on lock? This game, it's mostly been Drali, to be honest. Here comes Atto. I think might have back pass. I'm not too sure. It might have even been an attempt at a skim shot. Drali's had enough, though. This is the most I'm just going to go. I'm not very happy at the moment, as we do see a whiff. And, Dignitas, maybe not more of those.
Yeah, those opportunities will not go past KC particularly often. Best defense from them. That's a loose touch coming from Stizzy as well. Jack then gets faked, and Stizzy then makes up for it.
Yeah, Dignitas were doing everything there apart from playing the ball. And they've done it again. Is this going to get a goal for Tira? Well, he's one of the best defenders in the world, but for the wrong team.
Oh, that bump, he gets it as well, and then he just manages to awkwardly get right in the way of the own save.
Dignitas need, though, to get themselves back into good shape. They've got away with it for the last half a minute. They won't get away with it for too much longer. That clear will certainly help them do exactly that. In comes Jack, goes to the first-time shot. It's a bit too easy there for Atto. Who's going to be cool for it? Stizzy again takes a bit of time. He's really open to these demos.
It's very awkward.
He's sort of, led his own teammates getting demoed and takes the ball himself.
It's awkward and it's hard, but somehow Dignitas are dealing with the defense they've been forced back onto. Making a couple more errors now than they were a little bit earlier on. So aside from game 1, obviously, where they got absolutely stomped.
Yeah, the error was pretty much loading into game 1.
Yeah.
As Atto clears. Atto's had a couple of panic shots over the last half minute. He needs to start controlling some of this. Maybe he's just going to take the first time here, at least get some power.
He's scared for his life. He's been getting demoed, like, near enough every
Jack is as well. Jack's very scared. And he's done fine. He's crushed the challenge. And in or out.
He's absolutely crunched into that one. Jorius actually wins that next challenge that comes through. Jira has to make contact. He does so. Atto's so low on boost that he can't do anything. He just gets a little bit in the way. Jack now moving forward aggressively. Stizzy gets one demo, gets one shot. Drali, unfortunately for them, returns with a save.
Just saw like a head swiveling trying to find Drali for a demo, but it was pretty well hidden. Last 10 seconds. Who is moving on to championship point? Drali, bit of time. Pops it straight over to Jack. They've double committed for it. They shouldn't be overly punished as long as they can get this one back down. Atto's missed the ball, but it's bounced quite nicely. Yeah, Drali, he'd rather see overtime.
I mean, Dignitas, the way they've been approaching their defense has been stellar. I just feel like there's going to be a moment where there's going to be one more error that KC may well find the advantage in. That's a good demo from Atto. It's going to alleviate a little bit of pressure. Drali's up to block it away. Stizzy and Atto is committing to it. Jack just waits and lurks. He's got plenty of boost challenge for Tira here. And does so. Now Stizzy lets in Jorius, pips it high, very awkward touch from him. It's a lot of boost just to make sure that that doesn't go too awry.
Atto's on his way. Stizzy doesn't want to get demoed this time, so just takes the 50, crushes the 50. Atto backboard, that's a really good hit from him. And Jorius misses the ball, but hey, no one from KC expected it. And Dignitas again are allowed to make mistakes because they've got KC's respect.
Yeah, and they've made sure that even if there is a miss, cool, everyone on KC, they're reading as if that's going to be a massive hit. All they need to do if there is a mistake is then make sure that they don't confuse each other. They need to keep those comms up, because that's going to be the biggest issue. Stizzy, with the catch, goes for a musty. Good God, man, who do you think you're playing? Atto, up for one with the demo. Vatira is now the next to it, but Hamjack on the respawn.
It's a fireworks show underwater at the moment. Everybody has got to run the marathon, avoid the obstacles just to get anywhere near the ball. As, yeah, bye-bye, there's another one gone. Jorius on his way, 0 boost, does he care? Pops out, Stizzy doesn't quite commit to the idea, as he's now against Atto. Pops the ball to the side, wants to play it away. And I'll tell you, Stizzy is playing with fire at all times. Thankfully, he's a very good juggler.
Did a remarkable job. Jack wants to do it all himself, though. Drali actually instead then follows up from his own dunk. Jorius towards that right wall, no one's there, apart from Vatira. Onto the reset, Jack's going to be there, gets demoed out of the way. Jorius, a lovely high touch, just keeps away any of the aggression that's coming through from KC.
I can really see just the long shot score from one of these teams. The demos are just such a prevalent point for both teams. That third man has to be perfectly positioned. Atto, reset, looks for the pitch, doesn't get it, he's got too committed. Jack, can he get the ball? Can he get the boost? He doesn't get either. So Drali, option, Vatira, doesn't hit!
Oh,
Dizzy, how has he done that?
Questions were asked previously. He returns with a bucket load of exclamation marks. One low again, Jorius to clear it this time. The field domination so clearly in favor of KCorp, and yet the Dignitas defense is staying firm.
Stizzy drops it down. Jorius on his way in. What a read there from Vatira. It's been all KC, and yet they've not got the goal for it. Coming up on 3 minutes of overtime. Bang from Jorius. Jack's going for Drali's car. And Atto, yeah, he was already in there. He would have had it covered. But the threats are around.
I mean, it's been 14 shots for KCorp so far. It's been a ridiculous onslaught. And yet the castle remains unsieged. Stizzy has to make that touch. He does so to the corner where Jack is waiting for him. Jack then fakes out, does not go for the jump. Can't quite pop Atto, however.
The amount of times I've seen Stizzy in defense and thought to myself, uh-oh, he's in trouble. And it's just fine. There we go, yet again. Uh-oh, it's fine. Long clear, Atto, who has, I think actually had to stay in third man quite a bit. Drali and Vatira especially are refusing to rotate back. There's the infield. Drali wanted to go straight direct, and Stizzy's got other words for him.
I mean, we're seeing just all these players taking chunks out of each other. For example, Atto has been demoed 12 times in this game. It's ridiculous. He's also delivered 7 demos towards the opposition. It is insane how much Atto has been visiting the coroner.
Stizzy again with the clear. That's what I meant by the long clear, by the way. Jack was already hunting down the third man. Tira, a stealing reset, does not have the time for it. Stizzy on the flip, and yeah, we got to see the boost, but Drali had to respect that he still had some more left. What a challenge. Jack just doesn't have the boost to turn on it, though.
It's almost 5 minutes now. It's a demo, it's a bump, it's a chance. Vatira and Drali both committing to it, but both had 0 boost. They had to leave. Vatira now stares down apparently Jack and wins that fight.
Stizzy's on his way. He's got 15. I just wanted to find somebody, but this is what happens when you play these long overtimes. You get a little bit more cautious with your positioning. As seen by the fact that KC, despite being in offense a lot of time, still always have somebody just in goal. Now we go back, but that's so awkward. That's Stizzy. Okay, there we go. It's fine. It might not be fine. It's fine. And now Jorius on the breakaway. Early jump from Drali. It had to be done.
I mean, both of those players bodying each other in the air, making sure that nobody gets through without a lot of effort. Jack removes Atto, and Atto immediately returns the favor. 5 minutes of overtime in a generational grand final.
Yeah, Dignitas need to be a little bit more creative when they get the ball. They can't afford just to hit it long and hope that KC are going to make a mistake. It's not Season 5. That doesn't work anymore. KC, off that play. Jack's now on his way forward. Drali takes a moment. Stizzy will be waiting around, sees his spot. Somewhat crushing the challenge, and Joris is somewhat low. And Stizzy, that timing was a little bit more off, might have owned gold.
This is the exact kind of overtime that gets an applause on LAN. Like, I am clapping in my seat right now. We've seen it at previous World Championships. It's the kind of one that gets the crowd up on their feet. And chat, I hope that you're up on your feet right now as well. Proverbially speaking, of course, 6 minutes in. Apparently Jack now continuing on this attack. Stizzy will be first to it, beats out Vatira. But with no one else there, it becomes a little bit awkward for Jorius. Jorius now, that third man. It's a long carry. Jack has to make contact, and he does.
And Jack had to avoid Vatira as well. He jumped way earlier than he wanted to. Chat, I've got a very, very late yay or nay for you. What comes first? The goal or Drali or Stizzy reaching 1k points? One's on 80, the other's on 854. Unbelievable what we've seen. And there's no one around. Jorius scoops the first hit, and he's bailed out by Jack. Stizzy still pressed aggressively.
I mean, this is such an aggressive overtime. There has been, again, Stizzy, he's had 10 demos go his way. That's a sidle redirect that doesn't quite make it in. Vatira, just a shoot, he misses. He fakes it, and Atto delivers the final dagger after 7 minutes. And KCorp have the nerves of steel.
I'm sorry, but
we end it on 6 or 7, and whether KCorp earn their 4th of the season.
Or is it a return to the top step for Jack and Jorius? Been a while. It's been never for Stizzy. He has looked just fantastic throughout this tournament. Backboard. Jack over the top of 2. The good thing is they can somewhat reset. Jack's already going looking for Vatira. And I think this is the most interesting thing here is when you practice your mechanics, it's your perfect scenario. It's the bounce you wanted. It's the setup you were after. You don't get that opportunity in a series like this. Everyone's trying to demo you. Rushing challenge, and it's not quite in. I think it was going to be wide anyway.
Yeah.
But everyone's having to do it 4 or 5 seconds earlier than they want to.
I mean, so every block has to be perfect, and both teams have made sure it is that. Atto with the reset goes low, does not quite get that final touch that he desperately wanted. Jorius has to burn boost to keep it away from Vatira's shooting grasp. Drali, what a pinch. Jorius backward bound.
But that's just his way. He doesn't even take the ball up the wall anymore. He's sick of that play. He doesn't like being mechanical. As Drali goes up, Jack palms the ball onwards. Stizzy just takes the 100. What can he play from here? Drali does get the demo, and Jorius avoids another one. Oh, but Drali's made a mistake! And they're not punished.
Oh! What a tuck catch from Jack, though. Air dribbles it nearly through Vatira. And just to stay firm, it's that Zen touch that all these players are just about starting to perfect. Stizzy up behind, Vatira and Drali both respecting what he can do, so they have to cover it, and Atto then comes in as the third.
Atto in field there to Drali. Jorius just has to do the vertical leap just to get to the ball. Jack a little bit better though on that touch. Stizzy, backboard. Oh, it's missed. Here's Jorius off the crossbar.
That is a horrible clang when you're not getting too many chances as well. 2 minutes in, still being so scoreless in these games. Vatira has to defend against Jorius and Stizzy. Does so wonderfully. Now Drali up backwards. Nearly gets a recreation of the Jorius goal from how many years ago, where he flings himself backwards at the ball on Neo Tokyo as well.
Now Jack against Drali, realizing he can just take a little bit of time. Goal switch, we got 8 of them in game number 1. They're very difficult to find at this point. Everyone is playing at peak. Jorius launches again. I think that was going to hit crossbar for a second time. Jack's first touch is so good at the moment. Just can't quite find a way to follow it.
It's sublime, the way that Jack is moving around this pitch as well. His speed still in the top. Jorius nearly securing a reset. Instead now falls back towards Jack, fakes it, goes round Atto, goes round the net. Drali is just left waiting on the floor, and nobody from Dig is there to back him up.
Oh, you'd be so annoyed, wouldn't you? You've just done so well, and nobody is around, nobody believed. You can understand it though, very rarely do those plays actually work. Especially not against a team like this. Atto, try for the pinch. Not the worst success rate I've seen. Atto, how has he got that read? Almost found a double as well off the wall. But Terry, he's giving a little bit too much time, tried for the low 50. And yeah, Dignitas realized, okay, let's get back up and running again. We kind of stood still.
I don't hate Dignitas also just absolutely banging it. Like, whenever they get a chance, just send it back. Like, at least make that third man wait. As soon as they're going to be confident, then it's going to be a lot harder to try and make them stay in their own half. So if you can just keep pushing that ball back, it's going to be a little bit easy for you to deal with. Chakna has to respect Drali. Does so, and then immediately challenges him, and then it's going to steal that side boost. Atto up high. Jory is the next man to it. Goes to low 50. Gets the reset, does Atto. And the bump. Who's there next? It's going to be a Dig player.
Both teams really struggling to justify next player up. And
Double miss!
That's not going to help at all! KC! What just happened?
They've completely whiffed it. Vatira sends it central. Atto and Drali, they both so politely go, say no you, no you, no you, no you. And in the end, Stizzy says, no, me I think you'll find.
Listen, Farah might be the coach, but that needed a bit of a call from a Greasy Meister. You prefer double commit than double the nothing. 1-0. And Champions Field is a minute away.
KCorp's record as well, trying to stand, and Dignitas wanting to continue to smash anything that they can of their possession. That's just needs to go middle. Who's there next? Charlie will be there, but just second to Jorius.
Atto, 0 boost, still tries for the shot. Oh, what a read from Jorius. No one's really going to follow apart from first man. There's no need to at the moment. Good demo, although Joris will actually respawn. I'd be pretty happy with the demo, actually.
Jack.
And Jack, these first touches. I said he was the most annoying player on the field in the last one. This one is for entirely different reasons. He just kills the game every time he's on the ball.
I mean, he wrestles the game back into his pace and to the pace of Dignitas. KCorp have struggled to deal with it. Final 10 now, it's a massive bump. Says he's going to be able to deal with it for now. Charlie can't quite work it over him in the second chance. Atto shot on target, but Joris and Jack have to team up. Vatira central, but no one's there. The bump was successful as well. And Dignitas secure game. Dignitas have fought back in this series, and yet we find ourselves 3 apiece. KCorp versus Dignitas. It's Champions Field. Only one will walk away a champion.
There's a double commit. The kickoff here. Vatira takes it. Atto looking for demos. Doesn't find anything. Both teams need to be perfect. No mistakes allowed at this point. Jorius takes the ball backboard. First touch really let him down. Brought Vatira into the play.
KCorp is on them again to not change anything. It's on Dignitas to also not change anything. Honestly, lads, give us the exact same games we've been seeing and I will be happy. Jack, keep going with those first touches. Jorius, keep going with that defense. Dizzy, keep demoing my guy. And KCorp, just keep being the team that you have ruled the world as for this season so far. 4 seconds in. It's a good chance for Dignitas a couple of times here, but the amount of midfield battles we're seeing, they are not going to be abating.
Yeah, this is all about pace at the moment. Which team is the faster? So far, it is KC. They've done what they've got to do. They're re-establishing their game plan. Oh, well, there's infield, and then there's infield launches. Stizzy now on the break. Vatira didn't get anything on the ball. It's Vatira. He's still going because Stizzy has the outplay.
The man that has not been in this situation before scores against all 3 of the world's greatest. If they can keep this 1-0 scoreline or score a couple more, he will lift the first trophy of his career under Dignitas. It's going to feel very good if they can do so, but KCorp still stand in their way.
And it's a series where goals have become very difficult to get a hold of. Jorius already around. Drali pop up, he's got 100. He's unchallenged. Jorius realizes it, he tries to go. Stizzy gets there. If you see anyone on the ball, first man just has to go. You're probably not getting it, but you need to make life easy for the next one up.
About 90 seconds elapsed. Jorius catching, challenges first is Atto. Atto just gets the better of him. He immediately steps away from ball, goes straight for man instead. Atto has to cover, does though. Vatira pinches his central. Atto shot on target! Below the man on the backboard. And KC draw it level.
Such a good pinch out.
Good lord.
Stizzy wanted to follow it, but he needed that to stay close to the backboard. And Atto picks his spot beautifully, 1 each.
I'm happy that both sides have scored in this one. We've seen some very high scoring games, some low scoring games. The more goals we see, the more excellence that is going to be following.
Usually say, you know, what is the goal that's worthy of this? I'm going to see every goal go in and want the other team to score because I'll be like, yeah, it's still not worthy of it. I don't know what would be after a series this good. Can he find Vatira? Oh, he just couldn't turn out time. Now Vatira, well, I was going to say on the breakaway, but on zero boost, that's a bit difficult. Still does very well. Wait a minute. Oh, my goodness, Stizzy. Atto shot a little bit wide. And they're getting each other's way. Vatira in the blind spot of the ball does well. Atto reset over the top, looks for the goalkeeper, and instead he's used as part of the save.
Just gets bumped a little bit backwards into that one, as Jory is now wants to challenge versus Vatira. Again, a chance, goes low, goes even lower as Jack can now secure that save. Vatira turns in, forces Stizzy to make a decision, and Dralish gets a very awkward touch. Jory is up central. Vatira again, low on boost, has happened a couple of times. Jack takes the snapshot, but Drali reads it.
Yeah, KC have been the better team for the most part here. They're having so much offense. But again, they actually are making mistakes. And it's those mistakes that might cost them. Jack has to get there, otherwise he was going to get dunked. Realize that maybe that first touch was a little bit too much of a shot of the ball. And you already see Jack's going for more and more bumps and demos.
And the opportunity so far for either of these teams to just push themselves ahead is going to be extremely well earned if they are able to. 100 seconds, both level. Jory is back left corner with Atto now getting a massive clear. Jack sends it back towards Stizzy, 100 boost and a big dream on his way. Jory clears away with Vatira, but Drali is going to be taking his spot.
Atto knew his teammate had that actually. Oh, it's on corner! Vatira! It's not enough, but what a save! Jack straight on it!
It's never enough in this series. Jorius pixel perfect. Atto backflips not quite in the way, and Abjack follows up from it. Dignitas secure a lead. Final 90.
And that ball has got one of two options. Either it dies the way it did, or it pinches. Vatira is so unlucky. Oh no! Saves his own teammate's shot, and it's not for the first time.
That's their second in this game. He's done it in previous games as well. Now in the final 70, Drali central. Atto is going to be up, shoots it straight on for Stizzy with a pre-jump, along with Jorius can keep it away.
Hold your nerve, Dignitas, if you can. KC are angry. They are sending everything they can. For KC, they cannot afford to be caught on the counter-attack. Ball back down, 50 seconds on the clock. Stizzy on the ball. Is he going to just take the 50? Yes, goes low against Drali.
You can sense the tsunami swelling of KCorp. That blue wall is cracked but not broken.
Oh! All right, that's two different times the ball's ricocheted and didn't quite know where that was going. Everyone was up to the mercy of physics. That's a nothing touch from Drali. More times off the clock, and Vatira's got control.
You need to do something here for KCorp. Only 20 seconds left now on the clock. Drali can't quite beat Abjack. The speed from Dignitas is outdoing KC.
Atto on the ball, doesn't drop to Vatira, he wanted it. Drali already up, tried to skim the ball. Vatira turns back around, everyone's looking for bumps. Drali tries to get to Joyous, couldn't find him. 3, 2, 1, just has to hit the floor. Jack gets to it. And it's not down yet, Drali controls.
One chance to go high with it. Stizzy is going to be on the ground waiting to challenge Atto with a catch. One flick, goes nowhere. Dignitas, for the first time this season. Stizzy, for the first time in his career. And apparently Jack, for the first time in Europe since doing it alongside Jorias, win.
Absolutely phenomenal performance. Great Rocket League. And to talk about the big dub on the board, we got Stizzy here, bro. Congratulations.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hey, why you sound so calm right now? You've not been calm all weekend long. You were ecstatic with that win, man. It must mean so much.
Yeah, now I'm relaxed, but in the middle of the match I was shaking.
I mean, yeah, you got like, do you start realizing, oh my God, we're about to beat KCorp? Like, does that cross your mind?
I mean, I start to realize that after the third match, like when we go to the 3-3.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was really nuts. Cole, yeah, I'll let you go. No, I got
yeah,
so much
sorry,
more to
Dave.
ask you. You can go next. Sorry, I'm
I was
hogging.
gonna say, it's been a really long day for you guys for Dignitas. Stizzy, was there any point where your energy started to dip at all?
Maybe against Vitality at the beginning of the series, because we make all the run from losers, but I mean all energy from the beginning of the match against Carmine was really high. Like, yeah.
So what a difference 48 hours makes. You go round 1 of the tournament, you play forward, and you lose 3-1. How do you turn it around in that span to then beat KCorp, who's playing like KCorp in this Game 7?
No, like the match against Software just was a really bad start from the tournament from us, but I'm glad from my teammates, like we can bounce back and beat the world tournament. Like we all know Fast Forward was a bad match for us, and we play better, and we just showed that, and we just play really focused the scrims, and we trained so hard to be here.
Yeah, I want to, honestly, overall, everyone's impressive. I want you to talk about your teammates. You looked so good out there. I remember when you were over here, I remember you losing 1v1s to Violent Panda, and now you're beating KCorp. Look at how far you've gone. But you have such good teammates beside you. You look great, but they support you well. Tell me about how awesome it is to play with Appjack and Jurius.
It's really good. It's really good because I can like they're like a really good teammates. When you make a miss or something like that, they hear, like they told you no problem. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know what to say to them. Like nothing else. They're really good teammates, and I can.
It's hard, right? You probably got
yeah.
so much emotions right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I don't want to steal you anymore, man. What I want to do is just give you the floor. If you want to shout out, again, it's been so cool seeing you out there, your growth, Dignitas backing you. Anything you want to shout out to anyone, floor is yours now.
I just want to thank all the support, all the Dignitas support, and nothing else. Like, thank you very much. No, cierra. It's my mom. Sorry.
Hey, shout out Stizzy mom.
Yeah, like just that. Thank you very much to all who support us, and I hope we can do it better this next major, because the last one we finished bad, but I really think we're gonna make a really good next major and worlds and the next events.
I keep playing the way you're playing, man, and I think you're absolutely right that you're going to be doing that. Congratulations, man, on this win. Absolutely massive. Go celebrate, man.
Thank you.